Obviously, not the finish you want to have in terms of your last home game. But as I told the team, I said, this is a one day, one moment in time. Let's not, this stings, and this wasn't, us in a lot of different ways, but let's not lose sight of the day wasn't good, but the season has been fantastic. So we've got obviously more to play. We'll see where we're going to be on Friday in terms of game time and those type of things, but now it's everybody's 0-0, and you move on to the next one and get ready to go. So I thought our guys battled. I thought we have our same pop to us. Noticed a little bit of that yesterday in practice, which it's human nature's a weird thing, and it's hard to sustain it. And Nebraska made some plays when they needed to. So credit to them for that. But like I said, not the day you want, but the season has been terrific so far, and we got more to play. Question?
I don't know what you can tell us, but do you know how Johnny's doing? Do you expect him to be able to go down in Indy?
Yeah, I'm optimistic that he's going to be fine.
Abby in the back.
Greg, I know how much you guys were stressing winning outright, so how frustrating is it for you from your perspective to now it's out of your hands and you just kind of have to wait and see?
Yeah, I'm more frustrated with how we played, versus, what was the implications with it. So I think we caught ourselves, down towards the end of the first half. I thought we got a little better defensively, but, and then we turned the ball over 7 of the first 18 possessions in the game and gave them confidence. And that I'm more frustrated with how we played comparatively to the, what the implications. We got a piece of it, and we wanted the whole thing, and we'll see how it all plays out tonight in another game.
Coach, can you just talk about the decision not to use the final timeout after Wiltshire missed the front end of the 1-on-1?
Yeah, as I saw us come down the floor, I was about ready to take it when Brad had the ball, and then he pitched it to Chucky, and there's nobody within 10 feet of him. So I don't know if we can get a much more open look. He's wide open. Do I take it and we try to get something going to the rim? And Chucky had come over to me during that free throw and said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "If you've got open court, let's go." And that was, he hits one Tuesday night that's highly contested off the glass, and he has one wide open that he hasn't had one that wide open in practice for a long time. So that's part of it. There were other things that we put ourselves in a hole, even in the first half, that put ourselves in that position. So we got a clean look at the rim, and but there's a lot of other things that went into us not having success today.
Jim in the back.
Greg, speaking of open looks, not to go possession by possession down the stretch, but I gotta think you were happy with a lot of the looks you got.
Layups? Yeah. Yeah, we had Tyler had one, Steve had one, Jacoby had one, Chucky had one. With a 6, 8, 9 point lead. We got the ball in high percentage areas and didn't put the ball in the basket.
Greg, what did you see on the flagrant 2 with Johnny, and what was your immediate concern that it was something worse than, you're optimistic that he will play, was it your immediate concern that it was something worse than that?
Yeah, it all happened so fast in front of me, and I haven't seen the replay yet, so it's probably for me to comment on it. I'll keep that private after I see the replay. The officials knew my thoughts, and knew them actually before it happened on some other things that I saw. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll watch the replay, and I'll make the necessary phone calls.
You and some of the guys just a couple minutes ago have said that, it's a bad day, but a fantastic season. Was that the message in the locker room after the game?
Yeah, I really didn't talk much about the game because that's, in the big picture, I individually thanked the 3 seniors and talked about their journeys here, and they've all had different ones. And also reminded them to thank the people that have helped them. They did that out there in front of the crowd, but there's obviously, they don't do this by themselves. None of us do. I don't. Our assistants don't. We've got great support around us. So just, and it was a message to everybody else in the locker room, that the other guys that aren't seniors, just to, sometimes when you come to the, final regular season game and it doesn't maybe go how you want it to, you can go into a shell, and I want to make sure guys did do that. Go out with your heads up. Thank the people that have helped you. You've had you've brought people a lot of joy and good memories for this year, and we'll learn from today and we'll move on. We got more basketball to play. As I said before, everybody's 0-0.
Greg,
Yeah.
Greg, it looked like Steven was shaky for whatever reason right from the start. How do you balance late in the game? Chris had given you such quality minutes. How do you balance who to have on the floor in that last couple minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to go offense, defense a little bit, but I thought, we're playing with the lead. We get in a position where we have to shoot free throws, and those type of things. Steve's done, a lot of good things for us this year, and it's really, it's one of his rougher games, and, those things happen, but hopefully he can bounce back from it, and we'll play better down the road.
Jim?
Greg, you were in the bonus and double was pretty early in the half, didn't get there much, I don't know, the last 15 minutes or so. Did you think your team was attacking like you wanted it to, or were there a little bit jump shot happy?
I'll watch through the film, Jim, and see. I mean, we had some decent looks, and I just mentioned we had 4 point-blank layups that weren't rarely even fairly contested. So I'll look through it. I mean, there's so many things that, like I said, I thought from the beginning we were not in sync. We were defensively, offensively, just not in rhythm, and only very few times through that game did I feel like we were clicking like we had been. It's just a little off to see how what we can do different and how I can help them as we go forward.
Greg, what is it about Chris and the way he approaches the game, that he's able to come in for those short stretches and give you, hustle plays, rebounds, that type of stuff? Like, what is it about his mentality that he does that so consistently?
Yeah, I mean, he just takes a day-by-day approach. He's very mature in what he does. He's given us great lifts throughout the year. He works hard every day. He's gotten better as the season's gone on. I think I'd like to have him foul a little bit less, but, we've worked on that. But I think just his maturity. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, competes. He's a winner. I mean, he's won now, 4 championships, I think between the first 2 years in Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, and then winning one here, and hopefully he can continue to help us going forward.